When Skynet created the T-800, it truly was a masterpiece. It was good at everything it undertook, but still there was a need for more specialist variants for specific battlefield tasks. Over this video we'll go through all the variants of the T-800 that had been specialised or had unusual qualities. I would also suggest checking out my T-800 video as it will complement this one more. Anyway, let's look into them. First we have the T-806. This T-800 variant is rather interesting as it is a child Terminator based off the small Mexican boy that took Sarah Connor's photo in the first film. This T-800 may not possess any new or advanced equipment, but the fact that Skynet was able to make a small working T-800 is very impressive. Now I would imagine with the limited data I have that this Terminator would be weaker than a standard T-800, but it would possess all the intelligence and durability of a T-800 model in a more compact package. It also has a major advantage when it comes to infiltration, as humans are far less likely to expect a child of being a machine, and even if discovered, they are very reluctant to shoot at a child. This would mean the T-806 could move around with little suspicion and observe and report what it finds. Next, we have the T-835 Mobile Assault Unit, also known to the Resistance as the Centaur. This variant of T-800 was an unholy combination of a HK tank and a T-800 Terminator. It had all the advantages, being equipped with the same tough endoskeleton and combat chassis, and it was also able to shrug off small arms with ease and even plasma shots to non-critical areas. This was enhanced even further with the fact that its tracks were also heavily armoured, and it would require heavy weapons such as plasma cannons or anti-tank weapons to effectively engage a Centaur at range. The tracks which replaced its legs gave it terrific movement, being able to cross all types of terrain and crush small and light obstacles with ease. Though the loss of its legs did mean the Centaur was vulnerable to deep pits and ditches, and such obstacles as anti-tank traps would stop it outright. The tracks gave it a huge boon to speed, with no official stats, but it's fair to say between 30 and 50 miles per hour would be easily achieved. This would allow the Centaur to move, flank and manoeuvre in such a rapid way the resistance forces would be in a sense blitzkrieged, and would have to scramble to repel such an attack by these T-series models. The tracks did mean that the T-835 is not able to do any infiltration, and the sound emitted from it would likely alert the resistance and they would hear it coming from miles away. The T-835 was armed with either twin plasma or standard Gatling guns, which it could use to mow down large swaths of infantry and suppress positions whilst other Terminators moved in for the kill. And the other weapons was a light rocket artillery, making it a very mobile self-propelled artillery piece, used to bombard positions and provide screening fire. This second weapon choice would give Skynet a very flexible unit that could cause chaos on the resistance while they provide support fire to other assaulting Terminator units. The T-835 had the same intelligence as a standard T-800, but for some unknown reason they tended to charge right at their enemies, guns blazing. Maybe Skynet gave them increased aggression to complement their rapid speed, but this led to them being easily tricked and ambushed, as they were more of a support unit, basically a smaller version of the HK tank. Now we have the T-850, which is truly a massive upgrade over the T-800. Making probably one of the best models Skynet ever produced. So what upgrades did this beast bring to the fight? The durability of the T-850 was very impressive, with its hyper-alloy endoskeleton receiving an upgrade, with it being hardened and made more resilient to plasma weaponry. We actually see this in Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, where the T-850 survives a plasma cannon shot from the TX Terminator. This plasma cannon is actually capable of destroying small buildings or armoured vehicles in a single shot. This really demonstrates the T-850's ability to keep going no matter what was thrown at it. The T-850 is also outfitted with a series of action network circuits, fired by its CPU when in a combat situation. These act like an electronic equivalent of adrenaline, supercharging systems to the maximum potential, giving it an edge over even more advanced T-series models. This boost is for a short period only, as prolonged use would most likely be severely damaging to the T-850. Even the T-850's organic camouflage of living tissue received an upgrade, with it having an easily removable flesh covering compared to that of the T-800, significantly improving access for internal repairs and maintenance. Unlike the T-800, which requires its skin to be surgically cut open to reach the cranial CPU port, the T-850 is designed with a built-in quick access system. A concealed release mechanism is located beneath the skin on the right side of the neck. When activated, this causes the unit's head to slacken to the right, exposing hidden seams along the hairline. These seams extend from the base of the neck, behind the ears, and up to the temples, allowing the synthetic skin to easily separate and be peeled back. This design provides a clear view of the metal skull and the small access port embedded within it, streamlining both field repairs and system modifications. The T-850 is powered by two advanced hydrogen fuel cells, Even if one cell is lost or damaged, the unit can continue functioning at nearly full efficiency using the remaining cell. Additionally, the T-850 has limited ability to operate on stored energy, allowing for the temporary removal of both fuel cells. However, the exact duration of this operation without an active power source remains undetermined, as it would depend on the unit's energy demands following the removal of the second fuel cell. And the power cells are potentially a very powerful weapon. As we see in Terminator 3, when a damaged cell is removed and then thrown, it ruptures and detonates, causing a small nuclear explosion. If the T-850 wanted to, it could use itself as a nuclear suicide bomber, potentially being very devastating once it had infiltrated a resistance base. The Series 850 Terminator cannot self-terminate as an independent action unrelated to its mission objectives. However, it can fully shut down and reboot from scratch, effectively resetting its systems and overriding any temporary modifications. To enhance reliability and longevity, the T-850 is equipped with advanced safety and redundancy features. It also has capabilities to reroute critical control circuits to protected areas, safeguarding them from damage in the event of a powerful electric surge. The T-850 also received a boost to its intelligence, in that it had far more detailed files and a huge amount of previous experience from T-800s available to it. This allowed it to be extremely adaptive and to improvise in unexpected ways, far more than even Skynet might have predicted. This was crucial in why it was so effective at fighting advanced T-series models. I'll also note that there isn't any official source on the T-850's max speed, but some reports suggest up to 50 miles per hour, which is insane, but pretty damn cool. A variant that shared many upgrades with the T-850 was the T-881, which was a significant evolution of the T-series. Incorporating multiple upgrades based on the Skynet's extensive experience with earlier models, its endoskeleton featured advanced construction, making it nearly undetectable by most metal detectors. It was also covered in an advanced bioplast skin for improved infiltration capabilities. For power, the T-881 relied on a shielded nuclear power cell, opting against the hydrogen fuel cells tested in other T-series models. It also shared key enhancements with the T-850, including a turbocharged operations mode and increased resistance to plasma-based weaponry. Due to its durability, TechCom advised the use of incendiary weapons, depleted uranium rounds, or thermite charges as the most effective ways of neutralizing it. A major innovation in the T-881 was the inclusion of a secondary CPU. This was a T-500 chip housed within its torso. This backup processor allowed the unit to maintain essential functions even if its head was damaged or the primary CPU was removed. Additionally, it featured an advanced espionage package designed for deep cover infiltration. This included an emotional effects subroutine, enabling it to mimic human behavior within a high degree of realism, making it a formidable opponent in both combat and deception. Now we'll cover the T-882 Tactical Command Unit. This variant, which was based on the T-881, is very rare. It was a general for Skynet's forces, being equipped with advanced capabilities for adaptability and strategic decision making. Now, like me, you might be asking yourself, why would Skynet need a general to command its forces when it could just do it itself? Well, this was actually a response to the resistance using large amounts of electronic jamming equipment and disruption equipment. This would cut Skynet's links to its machines. Now, some of its forces could rely on their own intelligence to carry on the fight, but many needed Skynet's guidance or their combat efficiency would drop below allowed levels. The T-882 builds upon the achievements of the T-850 and the T-881, integrating several key enhancements. It features a nuclear power cell, hyperfractive UV coating for improved durability, a turbocharged operations mode, bioplast skin for advanced infiltration, and shielding against metal detection. Additionally, it retains the secondary T-500 CPU for backup functionality. However, the most significant upgrade in the T-882 is the introduction of an advanced HUD and the revolutionary tri-core CPU, setting a new benchmark for the T-800 series. The tri-core CPU consisted of 3 interlinked processor chips embedded within the endoskull. This configuration provides redundancy, ensuring continued function even if the event of a catastrophic damage to one or more of the chips. When operating in read and write mode, the tri-core CPU allows the T-882 to dynamically adapt its strategies in real time, making it a more efficient combat unit. However, when restricted to read-only mode, the tri-core functions as a rigid database of strategic directives, limiting its ability to adjust to evolving scenarios. To maintain battlefield reliability, Skynet enforces strict redundancy protocols across all T-882 models. Each Terminator carries duplicate master protocols, enabling the remaining CPUs to reset any compromised processors. This failsafe measure ensures the unit remains operational, preventing critical failures even under extreme conditions. The next variant is the T-888, known to the resistance fighters as the 888 or the T-888. This model retains the core functionality of the T-800 while incorporating significant enhancements in strength, speed, and durability. It is a major upgrade compared to earlier models. The T-888 is faster, more powerful, and highly resistant to damage. Its enhanced physical capabilities allow it to perform feats such as tearing through a bank vault's doors, chasing down moving vehicles, and overpowering heavily armed opponents. Unlike the T-800, it features a more flexible design, allowing for various endoskeletal sizes and body types, making it a superior infiltration model. This adaptability enables Skynet to deploy T-888s in forms ranging from stocky bodybuilders to unassuming individuals, including young women and children, increasing their ability to operate undetected, and the horror of fighting a child-sized T-888 is like a direct vision from hell. The T-888's endoskeleton introduces several upgrades over the standard T-800, including reinforced plating and structural modifications. A notable improvement is the addition of back armor, which mitigates vulnerabilities that plagued earlier models. This unit also possesses built-in thigh blades concealing weapons capable of swiftly decapitating human targets. Forged from a hyperalloy infused with coltan, the T-888's endoskeleton provides superior resistance to heat and conventional small arms fire. While highly durable, it remains susceptible to specialized weaponry such as depleted uranium rounds, highly explosive incendiary munitions, and thermite. Despite this, the T-888 has demonstrated extreme resilience, capable of surviving severe damage including decapitation with minimal impact on operational efficiency. This unit is also powered by a shielded nuclear power cell housed within its chest cavity, ensuring a long operational lifespan and continuous power supply in the field. The T-888 is equipped with a read-write enabled CPU, allowing it to learn and adapt during infiltration missions. While its processor design closely resembles that of the T-800, it features a sleek black finish with red stripes and is secured within a shock dampening system. Later models incorporated phosphorus-coated chips that ignite upon exposure to oxygen, preventing resistance forces from salvaging and reprogramming captured units. This being key for Skynet, as by now the resistance had begun to decode and reprogram base T-800 models. Skynet also upgraded the T-888 with a deeper understanding of human psychology, improving its ability to interact convincingly with people. Its behavioral database enables it to maintain long-term cover identities, as demonstrated by one unit successfully impersonating a human husband for an extended period of time. Another key innovation is the ability to maintain control over its body even when decapitated. The CPU remains functional, transmitting signals to the separated torso, guiding it back to the head for reattachment. The T-888 features an upgraded heads-up display with a red dominant interface and enhanced targeting and analysis capabilities. It is also capable of entering a standby mode to conserve power, automatically rebooting in approximately 2 minutes if forcibly shut down by electronic interference or mechanical disruption. Although primarily designed for combat and infiltration, the T-888 demonstrates limited emotional responses, including frustration and humour. It remains unclear whether this is an emergent AI trait or simply an advanced deception mechanism implanted by Skynet. The T-888's living camouflage exhibits a significantly improved regeneration rate compared to earlier models. This allows its synthetic flesh to last for decades without decay, enhancing its ability to blend into human environments. Unlike the T-800, which shows signs of skin degradation over time, the T-888's organic components remain viable for extended periods, making long-term infiltration more effective. Additionally, the T-888 appears to be anatomically correct, possessing the capabilities for human-like activities, including eating and engaging in sexual interactions. This ability further reinforces its effectiveness as an infiltrator, allowing it to sustain cover identities with minimal suspicion. And please, God, be careful in the comments after that last section. Just saying, please keep the comments, light. Anyway, that's all the T-800 variants with specialist qualities. I think it covered them pretty well. Some really interesting stuff in there, obviously like mini T-800 Terminators, child Terminators, and obviously the last bombshell from the T-888 being rather interesting. But I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I really enjoy bringing it to you. I hope you enjoy them. And the biggest thing you can actually do for the channel is just share them. Not bothered if you like or subscribe, that's completely up to you. But I will say there's a lot more Terminator lore coming. And maybe some machines from other universes as well. I'm thinking about doing the film, if you've seen the film Screamers. some cool robots and machines in there, which I'd like to put a bit of light on. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and you have a beautiful day.